So hello everyone. So my name is Aslak de Silva. I'm a two-time CEO in multinational companies, full contact fighter, martial artist, world champion, a father and a family man. And also my book is coming out in August. Do you know how if you meet a CrossFitter, so when you have a conversation with them, so they cannot go 5 minutes without mentioning that they're CrossFitters, right? So I took it a step further. So I wore my black belt on stage, so we don't need to have that discussion. You already know that I'm a martial artist, right? I was talking to my wife about the idea, and then she was saying that, please, don't do it. That just focus on your speech, you're not a fashion icon. But then I thought, well, who would know? I'm here alone, she's hundreds of miles away, until I saw Andre taking pictures of me and soon posting them on social media. So I'm sure I will have something to discuss at home when I get there, not just how my speech went. The real reason why I wore the black belt on stage is that it represents me something when I go somewhere. So I've done it thousands of times, tied around the belt around my waist, be prepared and be present. And let's be honest, I do think it actually helps you to be present because you're wondering, like, what on earth is he wearing there? And that's why we are here, and that's the topic of my theme today, the power of presence. I was fighting in a small tournament in Finland. 6 months before, I was crowned the world champion in Detroit, Michigan, in full contact fighting in black belt division. My opponent was Jori, a brown belt, first time ever in black belt division. It was the final round, last 10 seconds, and I'm losing on points. I could be thinking that, what do my students think if I lost a fight? Or what will the media write about it? Or will I lose my spot in the national team if I lost the fight? But no, that's not what you're thinking in a full contact fight. You need to be fully there, fully focused, fully present. So I took my stance. I took a step forward. Jori goes back. I take a step back and pow! I catch him in his liver. That's the most painful punch in martial arts. He drops. I win the fight. So presence isn't actually a luxury. It's a turning point in our lives. When I was 27 years old, my doctor told me something that I didn't want to hear. He said that due to all your injuries, you're done with full contact fighting. Find something else to do in your life. I was devastated. Fighting had been my passion, my only dream to make it sometime big. I was doing it internationally. I was coaching in different countries, but that was gone now. So after a few days of moping, so I decided, well, what do I have? I was thinking, so in martial arts, you are very disciplined. You are very focused. And I knew that presence is something that can be valuable in work life as well, whether it's in customer service, sales, or leadership roles. So I got a position in customer service, moved on to sales, and within 18 months of my start, I was already a country manager, leading tens of people in the organization. So presence was my first step from zero to CEO. Many people consider presence to be something calm, but it's actually controlling chaos. Movies tell the story quite well. If you think Wonder Woman taking her stance, when she comes to the scene, everybody around him, on and off screen, knows what's going to happen. She brings that kind of security for people. The presence is so strong that everybody knows what's going to happen. They were waiting for her to appear. The same goes if you think of Schwarzenegger as a Terminator. When he walks around, everything around him is destroyed, but his presence is so strong that you know that something's going to happen. And if you happen to ever meet Arnold Schwarzenegger in real life, he has that same presence. When he walks into the room, everybody notices him. Luckily, he's a really nice guy, and he's nothing like a Terminator. Andre knows it very well, right? But presence isn't peace. It's something that's like powerful. It's a power in pressure. I was the CEO for Nordic Business Forum when pandemic hit, early 2020. So there I was, as many of you, sitting alone in my living room, opening up my laptop, the whole team remote, thinking, I have two options. I can try to disappear, say that I'm busy, I don't know what's going to happen. I can strategize, take time for myself, or I could step in for the team, open the laptop, call everybody into a Zoom meeting and say that I have no clue what's going to happen, but we are here together. I chose the latter one. I was telling the team that I have no answers. I cannot fix the pandemic, but you are the people that I want to work with. And that's then presence. It doesn't give answers, it gives others strength. I was teaching my youngest daughter to ride a bike. She fell hard. She was looking at me. I looked at her. I started to smile. I said, "Good job, you broke your record." She was looking at me, started to smile. She got up and said, "I know, Daddy, and I will do it again." And she did. In that moment when she fell, she wasn't looking for me to fix the problems. She wasn't looking for any answer. She wasn't looking for that, can I do this better? She was merely looking for acknowledgement. She wanted to see, did I see her doing that? And she was looking for somebody to comfort her and ask, what should I do? How should I react? And that is presence. With presence, you can start communicating people. It's very contagious. When somebody has hard time to breathe, you go there and say, breathe. When somebody doesn't believe in the future, you say, I believe in a positive future together, and that can change everything. Now, I don't have a picture or a video of that moment when my daughter fell and got up, but both of us will have that in our heart. It has left a mark in our lives. So presence is actually the one thing that always leaves a mark. Presence can be destroyed with many things. I didn't take my phone here today with me on stage. Had I done it, I'm sure somebody would have already commented on my fashion decisions, and it would have disturbed my focus, my presence. And more likely, you would have also been thinking that why on earth is his phone beeping there constantly? And I know some of you already took your phone and are not present anymore here. That's what happens in Lion Loves many times. We get distracted with many things, phone being one of them. But we do also multitask. So we try to be in a Zoom call, plan our trip, talk to our kids at the same time, and write an email. Nothing gets our focus when we are probably physically in the room, but mentally we're gone. We might fear the future. We might plan for the future. And the mistakes that we've done in the past come to our mind. And here for you who are having the meetings, if you are not there, then you are in trouble. So silence the noise and win the moment. There are two ways how fighters train for presence. One is mental. You can have deep breath, calm yourself down. You can go up to the meditation level where you find a place where you really feel part of the world and you calm down, meditate, and your mind is there. The other one that's not so much talked about is physical training. You push yourself to the limit where you have no other place than be present, where you try to say that I have to try to do one more push-ups or so. Bruce Lee said it quite well. Don't train until you get it right. Train as long as you don't get it wrong. And we should do this in business lives as well. When we are preparing for a keynote or we are going for a meeting, so if we are really well prepared, our body calms down and it's easy to be present. If we haven't done the exercise before, we feel stressed and we have a hard time to focus because we're thinking what comes next. So that is presence. We all will have our last 10 seconds coming, like I had a fight with Jori, where it makes a huge difference if you succeed or not. This can be anything from a difficult business conversation to a keynote speech or a moment with the family where something is so important that we have to just be there or we lose the moment. You will all have the meetings today where you will find out that the other one is a CrossFitter and then you make the joke about that you have to mention it. All these small cues that are there for you to pick up. So will you notice that one opening that changes everything or will you lose your spot? In martial arts, we honor the moment by doing a bow. So we do it like this. So we take a good stance, bow, and get up. So let me invite all of you to do the same thing with me. So please stand up. Take a good posture. Okay, take a deep breath in and out. Then we keep our hands relaxed. We bow down and we bow back. I can feel your presence. It feels warm in my heart. Thank you for this. I now hope I have ignited the understanding in you that presence is your power. Thank you.